The BGSU Athletic Hall of Fame growing in 2022, and a team has been inducted. That's always a neat thing to have, and a lot of those guys are back. The 1972 indoor track and field team is here, and Sid Sink and Eddie Watkins join us, two members of the team. And Sid, I want to ask you first, how many of the team were able to get here tonight?
We've got 15 total. We would like to have gotten more, but we've lost contact. This is 50 years ago, believe it or not.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to bring it up, but yeah, 50 years ago.
None of us can believe it's been that long, but
I'm sure.
We can't get a hold of a whole lot of them, and a lot of them live way far away. So.
Well, the team finished second in the national championships, so that takes not every event, but most of the events, you got to score. You got to be good to finish second. Eddie, I want to ask you, tell people what your role was on the track team, and what do you remember about that meet in particular?
You're talking about the
national
Nationals?
Championship, yeah.
My role was I was running the 60-yard dash. I was hurt, actually. I had a back problem, back spasms. Believe it or not, if I'd have got to the finals, we'd have won the whole damn thing.
I believe it.
Okay.
He was our captain.
Yeah, I was captain. Yeah.
Well, of course, you got to be good to get to the national championships in the first place. Exactly. There are steps along the way, but again, it just shows you, Sid, that you had to have a pretty deep bunch to overcome that and still finish second.
Yes, and believe me, we had a very unique team.
We did.
Very committed, very serious, and you know, I've said it to a number of people. During 1968 and 72, that was a serious time in America. Okay, yeah. I mean, we had John Carlos and Tommy Smith at the 68 Olympics. You know, we had assassinations, civil rights movements, civil unrest, the war in Vietnam, not to mention Watergate. But we showed up to practice and we ran.
No doubt. Sid, take me through the expectations going to nationals. As Eddie said, I'm sure you guys realized he was maybe not 100%. Were you guys really big underdogs, or was it not really a surprise that you would finish second or toward the top?
Well, we figured we'd finish towards the top. It was my last season of eligibility, Dave Waddle's last year. Yeah. We were both at the top of our game. So when you get to that meet like that, you don't get that many people qualified. No. But we knew we were going to finish high, and we ended up winning 3 events.
Right. Okay,
and then even means as much to the team as that, as later in the spring, without me, because my eligibility was done, we won the MAC championship in track. And that was where the whole team come into it.
Right.
We had 21 guys score at that meet. And so we were just as proud of that as we were as finishing second in the NCAA.
In fact, when we won the MAC championship in 1970, that was the first time Bowling Green had won the MAC championship and haven't won it since.
Yeah. Well,
that's how unique that team was.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't win it now.
Unfortunately, I guess it's not a possibility. Yeah. I want to get your guys' reflections on Coach Mel Brote then.
Oh, man.
I know you're thinking we don't have all day, right?
Well, you ain't got all day, but I'll tell a quick story.
Sure.
Yeah. At the end of my freshman year, I'm going home. I'm going to find a job in the shop for the summer. I get a phone call. It's Coach Brote. I said, "Hey, Coach, how you doing?" "I'm looking at your grades. You need to get your butt back down here if you want to run next season." I said, "Well, Coach, I ain't got any money." "Don't worry about the money. Get here." I hung up the phone. I told my parents, I got to go back to Bowling Green. I went back to Bowling Green. He had classes set up for me. Got me a job mowing the lawn around the ice arena, football stadium, and the track to pay for room and board. But that was the kind of man he was. He cared.
Yeah.
He didn't have to. He had to call me. He just let this look. He cared.
Yeah, he cared about everybody on the team, and he was a person that was a team person where he really made everybody on the team feel important and be a part of it.
Right.
And that's why that senior year, when Eddie was a senior and the captain, the coaches, Mel and Lloyd Crable, and Eddie as captain, had a big part to do with how this team did because of really getting it cohesive and getting it together.
Well, it's great to have all of you guys here back tonight, 50 years and a Hall of Fame induction. It's a great group. It's a great time for BGSU history of athletics. It's good to have you back. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.